Okay, let's unpack this. It genuinely feels like the ground is shifting beneath our feet with, the rapid advancements in artificial intelligence. I mean,
Hmm.
it was only November 2022 when ChatGPT went mainstream,
Hmm.
right? And since then, it's just been this incredible, almost daily unveiling of new possibilities. You really get the sense that we're witnessing something fundamental unfold.
Absolutely. And what's particularly noteworthy is not just the speed. I mean, the speed is incredible, but the tangible impact we're already seeing. It's moving beyond just theoretical discussions and into practical applications, stuff that's starting to reshape various aspects of our digital lives.
Exactly. And that is precisely what we're diving headfirst into today. This deep dive, it's all about understanding how these cutting-edge technologies, with AI really leading the charge, are being strategically used to forge new platforms and architect innovative growth strategies. Our specific focus, the dynamic ecosystem of blockchaincompany.info. Our goal here is pretty simple, really. Cut through the buzz, the hype, and really grasp the core mechanisms at play, the genuine opportunities emerging, and, the foundational ideas driving it all.
Yeah, and if we think about you, the listener, you're likely someone who wants to understand these technological currents, right, to see where they might lead, and perhaps identify ways to navigate, maybe even benefit from these changes. So we aim to give you that clear, concise understanding without getting too bogged down in the overly technical jargon.
Couldn't agree more. And for this exploration, we've got a really interesting set of resources. We'll be drawing insights from discussions around the expanding reach of the Blockchain Company YouTube channel, the role and evolution of the 4IR utility token, and the groundbreaking approach of the 4IRGPT platform itself.
Right. These sources, they offer a unique window into the strategic thinking behind this whole endeavor and how each component is, well, intentionally designed to interact and contribute within this rapidly transforming technological landscape.
Okay. Now, before we delve deeper, just a quick message from the people who make this deep dive possible. This session is brought to you by blockchaincompany.info. That's your central hub for staying informed on all things innovation. And it's sponsored by the 4IR utility token and the truly innovative 4IRGPT platform. Curious to explore the 4IR utility ecosystem? Just head over to 4IRtoken.com. And if you're keen to tap into the power of your own knowledge, sign up for the AI Knowledge Exchange and Trading platform at 4IRGPT.com. You can start crafting your own prompt media channel today and unlock your potential to earn. And a quick but important reminder, hit that subscribe button on the BC Podcast's YouTube channel. Make sure you don't miss out on more insightful discussions and those upcoming 4IR credits giveaways.
That's right. And those giveaways are actually a fantastic opportunity for you to get firsthand experience with what we'll be talking about on 4IRGPT and really see its capabilities in action.
All right, so let's get to the core of it. The strategic thinking behind this increased focus on the Blockchain Company YouTube channel. Sounds like this is a relatively recent but pretty significant evolution in their overall approach.
It is. And what's particularly interesting to consider is the why. Why this strategic pivot? As our sources indicate, prioritizing the YouTube channel, it's a calculated move. It's designed to stimulate growth across the entire blockchain company ecosystem, with a specific emphasis, obviously, on boosting awareness and adoption of 4IRGPT and the 4IR token. It's about harnessing that engaging power of visual and auditory content to connect with a broader audience than maybe text alone might reach.
And it seems like their key platform, 4IRGPT, is already getting some impressive momentum. Over 6,000 users, you said, and thousands of these prompt channels. I mean, that suggests a fundamentally new way of thinking about how knowledge is created and shared online.
Precisely. The fundamental value proposition of 4IRGPT is quite compelling when you break it down. It empowers individuals to leverage their unique expertise, their insights, by offering a platform to monetize that knowledge through this, well, novel prompt marketplace. Think of it as a space where your specialized know-how becomes a valuable, tradable asset. Really interesting concept.
So what sparked this whole idea? It sounds like it wasn't just a light bulb moment out of nowhere.
No, and what's revealing is the genesis, the origin story. It was conceived back in February 2023, very shortly after the commercial launch of ChatGPT. The initial catalyst, the spark, was a fundamental question. Was this powerful AI like ChatGPT just a passing trend, a fad? Or did it represent a truly transformative shift in technology? That initial uncertainty, that curiosity, fueled the exploration that ultimately led to developing 4IRGPT.
It's still kind of astonishing to think it's only been a little over 3 years since ChatGPT first became publicly available. And already we're seeing entire platforms being built around its potential. It really underscores that feeling of incredibly rapid change we touched on right at the start.
It really does. And, to truly appreciate the significance of this moment in technological history, it's incredibly valuable to reflect on how previous monumental shifts were initially perceived.
That's a great point. It's so easy to get swept up in the current excitement, isn't it?
Hmm.
But looking back gives crucial context. I know you had some interesting thoughts on parallels with the early internet days.
Well, what truly stands out is the pervasive skepticism that often accompanies these technologies that go on to fundamentally alter society. Our source material touches on this directly with that anecdote about being an early internet adopter. We're talking pre-1994 here, and the widespread initial disbelief in its capacity to be truly transformative. To many people back then, it just seemed like a relatively obscure novelty.
I can only imagine. With those dial-up modems and, let's be honest, pretty unintuitive interfaces, it must have felt a world away from the seamless internet experience most of us just take for granted today.
Exactly. And to really drive this point home, there is a reference to a curated article on blockchaincompany.info quoting a 1995 Time magazine editor. This editor expressed profound doubt about the internet's long-term significance. It just serves as such a powerful reminder of how even informed opinions can significantly misjudge the impact of these fundamental shifts in the early stages.
It's almost hard to fathom now, isn't it? Considering how utterly the internet has permeated nearly every single facet of our personal and professional lives.
Precisely. Just think about the vast array of industries that were either completely reshaped or, frankly, rendered practically obsolete by the internet's proliferation. Personal mail delivery in the age of email, the dramatic transformation of photography with digital over film, poor Kodak, right? The near total disruption of traditional brick and mortar travel agencies, the disappearance of physical software stores like Software, etc., and Egghead software, and oh yeah, the once ubiquitous Blockbuster video. The list just goes on and on.
It's a sobering reminder,
Yeah.
definitely, but crucial. The immense disruptive power of truly transformative technology. But of course, on the flip side, we also saw these incredible success stories, companies that recognized and embraced the internet's potential early on.
Absolutely. Amazon, which started as what? A seemingly modest online bookstore, a perfect example. Many initially dismissed its potential, yet its founders, they understood the underlying shift in how commerce could be conducted. And then you've got Google, emerging despite initial skepticism, even misjudgments from established tech giants like IBM. The fundamental lesson here is starkly clear. Failing to recognize and adapt to a significant technological shift. It can have severe, long-lasting consequences for businesses and individuals alike.
So fast forward to today and the ongoing AI revolution. It sounds like the visionary minds behind the blockchain company ecosystem saw a similar potential for profound societal change and saw it early in the development of advanced AI.
Yes, and what's particularly insightful is that early recognition. The mention in our sources of OpenAI's founding, by Sam Altman and Elon Musk around 25 towards in 2016, that highlights this, their initial grasp of AI's potential to fundamentally reshape society, even considering concepts as significant as universal basic income in anticipation of widespread automation. Well, that speaks volumes about their foresight.
It's fascinating, isn't it, that even in the relatively early stages of modern AI development, there was already this deep awareness of its potential for both incredible benefits and significant societal disruption.
Indeed. And while there are certainly legitimate concerns, ethical considerations surrounding AI's rapid advancement, and we shouldn't downplay those, the perspective offered within our sources leans towards a more optimistic view. The idea that ultimately AI is poised to be a powerful tool to assist humanity, perhaps even acting as a kind of counterweight to some of our more, shall we say, destructive tendencies. It's certainly a thought-provoking perspective.
And the sheer pace, the pace at which AI capabilities are being developed is just, well, it's astonishing. We're seeing groundbreaking advancements from companies like Google, OpenAI, Midjourney seemingly every week.
The rapid advancements are truly undeniable. And it's against this backdrop, this accelerating AI capability, that the strategic rationale behind creating 4IRGPT becomes even more compelling. It's presented as a direct, proactive response to the anticipated impact of AI on the future of work. With various reputable sources, Goldman Sachs, McKinsey, the World Economic Forum, Oxford University, they're all suggesting the potential for significant job displacement, or at the very least, substantial changes in job roles in the coming years.
So 4IRGPT is strategically positioned as a potential solution then to navigate this anticipated disruption. and it's centered around this innovative concept of knowledge trading. Could you elaborate a bit more on exactly how that functions for, say, the average user?
Sure. The core idea is actually remarkably elegant in its simplicity. Individuals who possess specialized knowledge or unique skills can create what they call prompt media channels on the platform. Crucially, they can then offer subscriptions to these channels, effectively monetizing their expertise. Think back to our earlier example. Someone with deep first-hand knowledge of the best off-the-beaten-path experiences in Barcelona. Instead of that valuable knowledge being limited to their personal network, they can structure it within a prompt channel on 4IRGPT.
And how does the AI part factor into this prompt media concept? It's not just about writing articles or blog posts, is it?
No, not at all. The prompt creator actually leverages AI tools integrated right within the 4IOGPT platform. They use these tools to generate specific questions, challenges, scenarios, essentially curating and structuring their knowledge in an engaging and interactive way. Subscribers then gain access to these prompt channels, allowing them to tap into that specialized knowledge. Then in return, the creator earns 4IR credits for providing their expertise and, importantly, for curating those AI-driven interactions.
So it's like turning your unique intellectual capital into a dynamic, accessible learning resource for others. And there's a built-in mechanism for rewarding the knowledge provider. That's clever. And the platform isn't tied to just one specific AI model, right?
That's correct. 4IRGPT harnesses the power of multiple leading large language models, LLMs, the sophisticated AI behind tools like ChatGPT. That includes offerings from OpenAI, Claude, Google Gemini. Plus, they've developed their own proprietary AI tools to further enhance the platform's capabilities. So it gives prompt creators a really diverse and powerful toolkit to work with.
It sounds like this framework could even attract attention from larger organizations within the tech space.
Indeed. And what's particularly interesting there is the inherent potential for strategic sponsorships. Think about major players in the AI space, like Google, or maybe providers of more niche AI tools. They could find significant value in sponsoring specific channels or categories within 4IRGPT. That creates an additional revenue stream for the platform and offers really targeted exposure to relevant audiences.
And for listeners who are intrigued by this and want to delve deeper into the specifics of 4iGPT, the 4IR token, there are previous in-depth discussions available on the Blockchain Company YouTube channel, aren't there?
Absolutely. Those earlier discussions, they provide a much more granular exploration of the platform's mechanics, the utility of the 4IR token within the broader ecosystem, and the overall vision driving these developments. Worth checking out.
Which neatly brings us back to the strategic importance of this YouTube growth initiative. Yeah. It's clear this isn't just some side project. It's viewed as fundamental, a pillar for expanding the understanding and adoption of all these interconnected elements.
Yes, that symbiotic relationship is key. Between 4IRGPT as the sort of wellspring of expert-driven prompts and specialized knowledge, and the Blockchain Company YouTube channel as a powerful medium to showcase and explain these often complex ideas in an accessible, engaging format, it's absolutely crucial. YouTube, with its just staggering global reach, second largest platform after Google itself, offers unparalleled potential for broad audience engagement and significant growth.
And they're already seeing some encouraging signs, right? Early indicators of success with these AI-focused discussions on the channel.
Yes, the positive initial metrics are very promising. Things like strong engagement, shown by high like counts, compelling click-through rates, and a notable increase in actual registrations on the 4IRGPT platform. It strongly validates the strategic direction. It clearly demonstrates there's a significant and growing appetite for this type of informative and insightful content.
The long-term vision for the YouTube channel sounds quite ambitious. You mentioned something like establishing a Bloomberg Jeep specifically for this emerging 4IRR ecosystem.
Well, what's compelling is the solid foundation they're building on. The fact that blockchaincompany.info already curates over 15,000 media items that highlights their deep commitment to providing high-quality vetted information. The YouTube channel essentially aims to extend that established ethos, that commitment to quality and curation, into the dynamic realm of audiovisual content.
So the YouTube channel isn't simply about creating entertaining videos. It's a core component of their overarching strategy for ecosystem expansion and user acquisition.
Precisely. It functions as a highly effective marketing growth strategy, or growth hack, if you like, for the entire interconnected ecosystem, the 4IR token, the 4RGPT platform, the Blockchain Company Media Hub itself. How? By taking often intricate topics, AI, blockchain, crypto, Web3 concepts, various SaaS tools, and making them understandable and engaging for a much wider audience.
And this increased visibility, this engagement on YouTube, could also pave the way for new financial opportunities for the ecosystem itself.
Absolutely. Attracting sponsors to the YouTube channel, following a model that many successful content creators use, that represents a significant potential revenue stream. And this contributes directly to the financial sustainability, the long-term viability of the whole ecosystem. It could potentially reduce the reliance on more traditional fundraising approaches down the line.
It's all starting to paint a really clear picture, isn't it? A cohesive, strategically aligned ecosystem. And it sounds like the 4IR token itself has also seen some notable growth and increasing interest recently.
Indeed. The significant growth in the value of the 4IR token, from its initial launch price to its current levels, that really underscores the increasing market interest and the growing confidence in the long-term potential and utility of this interconnected ecosystem.
Okay, so let's delve a bit deeper into the mechanics here. How exactly do these user-generated prompts on 4IRGPT then translate into actual podcast content, like the kind we might hear on the BC channel?
Right. Think of it using a familiar analogy. Just like YouTube has individual creators who set up channels and then upload specific videos, 4ARGPT has individual users who create these specialized prompt channels centered around their particular expertise. They can then set subscription fees for access to the valuable knowledge contained within those channels. So these prompt channels, collectively, they represent this vast, diverse repository of niche knowledge.
And the potential scale of this user-driven prompt marketplace, it seems almost limitless.
The long-term vision is truly expansive, yeah. Potential for millions upon millions of prompts covering virtually every imaginable topic, from highly technical skills to, deeply specialized hobbies. And, crucially, the core philosophy behind 4IRGPT's monetization strategy is to directly empower and reward these individual prompt creators for sharing their valuable insights. It's creator-centric.
So the 4IR credit system acts as the internal currency, the thing that facilitates this creator-centric monetization process.
Exactly. Creators earn 4IR credits based on engagement, based on subscriptions to their prompt channels. These credits can then be converted into the 4IR token. That creates a direct, tangible link between the value generated by the knowledge shared on the platform and the potential appreciation of the underlying digital asset, the token itself.
And there's a significant long-term outlook, potentially, for the value of the 4IR token based on the success of this ecosystem.
Well, look, any long-term financial projections are inherently speculative, obviously, and subject to market conditions. But the vision certainly points towards the potential for substantial growth in the value of the 4IR token as the ecosystem expands and adoption increases. However, as always, it's absolutely essential for listeners to conduct their own thorough, independent research, DYOR, do your own research before making any financial decisions. Can't stress that enough.
Makes sense. Beyond the user subscriptions to prompt channels, are there other avenues through which the ecosystem generates and captures value?
Yes, the Integrated AI Tools Marketplace. That offers subscription access for businesses looking to promote and market their specific AI-powered tools and services. They market to a targeted audience of potential users right there on the platform. So that represents another significant strategic monetization stream within the broader ecosystem.
Now, it's probably safe to assume that not every single prompt created on 4iGPT will ultimately become a full-fledged podcast episode on the BC channel. It's likely a more curated selection process, correct?
Precisely, yes. The focus is on identifying those prompts that are particularly compelling, highly informative, and importantly, naturally lend themselves well to the audio format and the conversational style of the podcast. It's about a strategic curation process. The aim is to consistently deliver high-quality, engaging audio content to the YouTube audience.
And that example you mentioned earlier about the endangered penguin species prompt evolving into a fascinating podcast episode, that really crystallizes this process, doesn't it?
Exactly. So a user, leveraging their knowledge and the AI tools on 4IRGPT, crafts an insightful prompt, maybe a series of prompts, focused on the challenges facing endangered penguin populations. This content is then recognized as having broader appeal, significant educational value. It's then adapted, used as the foundation for an engaging podcast episode on the BC channel. And crucially, there's a clear link provided back to the original prompt channel on 4IRGPT for listeners who want to explore that topic further or maybe connect with the expert creator. It's a fantastic example of how user-generated knowledge can fuel high-quality media content.
And it sounds like there's a real understanding of how to take these diverse potentially niche subjects and transform them into compelling, accessible audio experiences for a wider audience.
Well, drawing on a background in media production definitely provides a distinct advantage there. There's an inherent understanding of how to effectively structure information, how to craft engaging narratives, and ultimately how to translate complex or specialized topics into interesting, easily digestible podcast programming that resonates.
It truly represents a novel, potentially powerful approach, doesn't it, to both content creation and the democratization of knowledge sharing in this digital age.
It really is, and it cleverly leverages the respective strengths of, AI-powered knowledge generation on one hand and human-driven storytelling and curation on the other to create something unique and valuable.
Okay, now before we wrap up today's deep dive, we have another brief message from our sponsors who make this in-depth analysis possible. This session is sponsored by the 4IR utility token and the innovative 4IRGPT platform. Ready to unlock the potential of your own unique knowledge? Visit 4IRtoken.com today and sign up at 4IRGPT.com. You'll receive 10 free credits to begin exploring the fascinating, potentially rewarding world of prompt media channels. And hey, if you're already a content creator on platforms like Shape, 4IRGPT offers a really compelling opportunity to add another valuable revenue stream and amplify your reach. You connect with a highly engaged, knowledge-seeking audience. And please don't forget to hit that all-important subscribe button on the BC Podcast's YouTube channel for more in-depth insights into the world of emerging tech and for your chance to win those upcoming 4IR credits giveaways.
Yeah, those giveaways really are a fantastic way for you to experience the platform firsthand and see the potential benefits for yourself.
So as we bring this deep dive to a close, what would you say are the key overarching takeaways for our listeners today?
Okay, I'd say first, the strategic importance of the blockchain company YouTube channel. It's a critical engine for driving growth and expanding the reach of the entire ecosystem. That's a major takeaway. Second, we've explored the innovative, potentially transformative concept of knowledge monetization through the 4IRGPT platform, empowering individuals to leverage their expertise in new ways. And finally, we've touched on the 4IR token as the underlying value mechanism connecting and incentivizing participation within this dynamic ecosystem with, significant potential for future growth.
It's genuinely exciting to contemplate the possibilities that these new technologies and strategically designed platforms are creating.
Indeed. And this brings us to a crucial question, maybe a provocative thought for you, the listener. What are the broader societal implications of a future where individuals can readily, directly monetize their unique knowledge and skills? How might innovative platforms like 4IRGPT and forward-thinking content strategies like the blockchain company YouTube channel fundamentally reshape the very way we approach learning, earning, and the exchange of expertise in this rapidly advancing age of AI?
Definitely some profound questions to consider there. We strongly encourage you to explore both 4IRGPT.com and the BC Podcast's YouTube channel firsthand. See these concepts in action and perhaps even begin to unlock the potential of your own valuable knowledge.
Yeah, by actively exploring these platforms, you can gain a much deeper, more practical understanding of the real-world applications of these cutting-edge technologies.
Okay, one final call to action for everyone. Please don't forget to subscribe to the BC Podcast's YouTube channel. It really is the best way to stay informed about all the latest developments in this rapidly evolving space, and to ensure you don't miss out on future opportunities, including those 4IR credits giveaways. You definitely won't want to miss those.
Staying informed, actively engaging, it's key in today's dynamic landscape.
Absolutely. And finally, a big thank you once again to blockchaincompany.info, the 4IR utility token, and the 4IRGPT platform for their generous sponsorship, which makes these in-depth explorations possible. We encourage you to take your own deep dive into the future of knowledge sharing and monetization at 4IRtoken.com and 4IRGPT.com. You might just discover a whole new world of possibilities.